On our way to Nissan Island, they've got a vendor there, a big vendor I can see, that sells or really sort of gives away cars. There's a loop-the-loop that looks really interesting. So I think I'll look at that first. That must be for cars, but I can't resist trying it. Well, back to the cars. What you have to do is contact Toast Delicious, and you get a number from him, and then you go to this great big vendor, and you enter the number that you got from Toast Delicious, uh, and you get a car. The car then vanishes, and it goes into your inventory, so you have to res it. And I did that, and I started driving the car. Well, it turns out that it's pretty hard to drive a car and run your camera at the same time, so that didn't really work very well. But I'll try that loop-the-loop now with a car and see how that works. Well, we're in Plan B now. That's where I leave the driving to Geo Meek and just handle the camera.
Geo came along with me on this trip, as did Thinkerer, the kangaroo that you sometimes see flying alongside the car.
Geo is driving the car pretty well. And besides that, he seems to be smart enough not to try the loop.
Oh.
That voice you hear from time to time is Geo Meek. Geo is coming to us via Skype. Usually I try to establish a two-way Skype connection when I do a video, but I haven't been able to do that with Geo this time. So that's why you see the user interface showing up. I have to use the interface to communicate with my actors on the set. We are approaching the second Nissan Island. We just crossed a long causeway, which I guess is here mainly to give you the experience of a long, smooth drive. The second island has various roadways around it. I suppose this island is mainly intended to let you enjoy the experience of driving your new Nissan. Geo seems to have gotten the knack of driving the car down pat. I think the main trick is to use mouse look or some other arrangement that gives you a view from inside the car. I didn't want to use that for a video, of course, because all you would see would be the roadway from inside the car. Pretty island here, but I think we've seen about enough of it now. So I'm going to signal Geo to call a pit stop, and we'll have a conference on what to do next. I think maybe it's time for Tex to drive.
And sure enough, there's Tex. Tex is just about to get himself a car and drive it. It's perfectly all right for kangaroos to drive cars in Second Life. Nobody objects at all, especially not the kangaroos.
Tex seems to be the best driver of us all. I'm not sure I like being outdriven by a kangaroo, but I guess I'll have to get used to it. But I better give that warning. Kangaroos, please don't try this at home. Tex is what you call an expert Second Life driver. Besides, I don't think it's legal for kangaroos to drive, even in Australia. Well, it got pretty late, so we decided to come back the next day and let Geo take another crack at that loop-the-loop. Will we ever master the art of going around in circles? I'm afraid we're going to have to wait for another episode to find out.